Oh, what the hell happened with YouTube Vanced? Hey, what's up, everybody? This is PAYOUT Jr. And, yeah, read the title. YouTube Vanced, no longer a thing. It's kind of like, you know, like a previous version of Windows sort of deal. And long story short, for those of you who may not know, looking at my screen here, you can see YouTube Vanced at the top, along with its counterpart, their YouTube Music counterpart, YouTube, which is still under YouTube Vanced, was basically a modified YouTube app that allowed you to basically use YouTube Premium, and had sponsor block and had a true black theme, and you could it showed the dislike numbers again. You could play with your screen, you could play the video or music with your screen off. It was very convenient. And then basically what seems to have happened, because YouTube Vanced has been around for a couple of years now without any issues, is they kind of were joking around, not totally serious about. They mentioned that they were going to be minting an NFT, and an NFT is basically a digital asset that it represents like a real world object. So like something that if you're in a video game, excuse me, if you're in a video game and you purchase a skin or like a weapon in that video game, like you're using actual money to purchase something digital, so and I think that's where YouTube basically put a cease and desist against YouTube Vanced. So yeah, and YouTube Vanced basically tried to say, hey, this was a modified app, but according to YouTube, that means that, okay, if it's modified, then that means it's a software violation. So that it's not, it's proprietary for YouTube, for Google. So anyway, we're here to discuss some alternatives here. Now, today is technically, well, it's April where I am. It is April 12th, 2022. And so YouTube Vanced is getting absolutely zero updates. No more updates to YouTube Vanced. It just is what it is now. Like if you have it, it just is what it is. If you don't have it, there's just a APK around there somewhere to download it, and it will become irrelevant, and it will become irrelevant in the next 2 years, within the next 2 years, if not a lot sooner than that, because there are still functions that are available in YouTube Vanced. So, for instance, like YouTube Vanced, it still doesn't have, there still are not. Let's go into it real quick here. So, and to be honest, I don't even think that they were even, getting that. Like, I don't think that they were even taking that much money away from YouTube, because, I'll say this for me personally, I have zero interest in purchasing YouTube Premium. It's just, I don't want it. It's just like, oh, this option's available. Okay, cool. But if it's not available, I really, I'm not going to purchase it. It's just, I don't know. So, and I kind of look at that, why people watch, sometimes, a lot of people watch movies and series online. I'm not saying everybody, but there's a lot of people that do watch movies, online or whatever, instead of going to the movie theater or even purchasing it. If that wasn't available, they just wouldn't watch it anyway, So whatever. Anyway, so YouTube Vanced is still it still works. It's still functional and so forth. You can see all your subscriptions. You can watch the videos and all that without, without ads and so forth. But you will be seeing like a huge, I'm sure in the very, very near future, you're going to see some big changes with with YouTube itself, and changing like how it looks and how it's set up and all that, so that YouTube Vanced just becomes completely irrelevant. So, and like I said, that goes for there were so many cool functions to YouTube Vanced too, but it doesn't matter now. So let's see here. Let's get out of here. Let's go back. So, and like I said, its counterpart was YouTube Music. So basically the same thing. So when you go in now, at least for me, it always just says, please check your network connection. You can't listen to anything. So it's not even, I just got to, just going to get rid of them. That's what they want you to just want you to get rid of them, stop using them, basically. And so, rest in peace, YouTube Vanced. It was a great project, while it was being used. So now we're going to go into, basically, I'm going to go, I'll go in order from, you know what, you decide. But basically 3 alternatives. And these are actually 3 completely legal alternatives to YouTube Vanced. So it's not a specific, app. So basically you have to do an extra click or so, to get what you need to get. So basically you will be using, these other web browser applications to do what you need to do. So, and basically the 3 are Kiwi Browser, Brave, and Bromite. But now as I go, so just downloading them, that doesn't mean that it has everything that YouTube Vanced has. That's not what it means. So, but what we're going to look at first is Kiwi Browser. Now, all 3 of these I've just been playing with are pretty damn fast. So, Kiwi Browser is really cool because you can use any desktop Google extension on Kiwi Browser. It doesn't matter the extension. If it's available on the desktop, it's available in Kiwi Browser. And Kiwi Browser is actually pretty quick. All you're going to be doing is going in, opening up the browser, and literally just typing youtube.com, which brings you to this, And so while, let's see what this says real quick. Slaps in the head. Okay. But anyway, so now Kiwi Browser, basically you would have to add the extensions that you need. So just like if you were on your computer and you downloaded Chrome and you needed an ad blocker or whatever it was, you can now just go like you would in Chrome on your phone. The top right there, the 3 dots, and you would go to extensions, right? And then from there, from store, pack extension, update, whatever it is, even like you could get it from your SD card or somewhere on the phone, wherever. And so we'll just say from store, though, if it's on the store, whatever it is, and they show you a bunch of extensions like they would on your computer or on your tablet, laptop, whatever. One of my favorite extensions, I made a video about this, was AdGuard. Fantastic. ad blocker. And another anti-tracking one. Oh, you know what? Ad blocker, I believe, is now just a .apk. It used to be, it was on the Google Play Store, but now it is not. So you actually have to download it separately. That's the first time I saw that. Interesting. But it's funny how they have ad block for YouTube on that, but not ad guard. So, but yeah, if you just look up ad guard, and it's easy to find. But anyway, like, so, for this browser, being able to use any extension, is fantastic. So you can get the return of if you want it, the YouTube dislike button. You can get the sponsor block option, and then there's one there's one called Violent Monkey or like Grease Monkey, and it allows you to play videos in the background and so forth. Sorry, still having a little issue with one of my extractions here. And then there's one called Dark Reader, which allows you to have the dark theme, which a lot of people seem to like, less strain on your eyes and so forth. But yeah, so overall, from what I've been seeing, to be honest with you, Kiwi Browser is the best one to use if you want to watch YouTube videos unhindered. So yes, I mean, it's not, an app that's solely based, around YouTube, but with the right extensions and so forth, you can do what you need to do. Even like putting things in certain playlists and that kind of stuff. That's what I do with a lot of songs and so forth. I'll put them either like by month or or by year, and then let them play through. So, but yeah, so that's Kiwi Browser. Very quick, and you can use any extension. And you basically you can have a desktop experience with it as well. So, like, other than YouTube, like the whole thing, you can have a desktop experience. So, very cool stuff. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Next one is Bromite. Now, Bromite is a .apk. See if I can put a link in the website, or just look up Bromite APK. So just so you know, Bromite is only for Android, and that is it. So now Bromite, they have like a dark gray theme. They do, like, it will have YouTube in the background automatically, like built into it. But you will need you will need some other, because you can install some extensions on here. You just have to do them separately. So for any other extension than what I said, playing in the background is automatic, and the dark gray theme is automatic. Other than that, they're built in. Other than that, you have to get some sort of extension for it. So, yeah. So, honestly, that's like, Bromite's my probably least favorite. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's my least favorite out of the three. Brave's really cool because Brave offers a lot of options. I know we're talking about YouTube, but anyway. So with Brave, you cannot install any Chrome extensions on mobile. So you can on the desktop version, but not on mobile. So Brave has a built-in ad blocker. It has a built-in, like playing videos in the background. And then it has an experimental night mode. They So it stops ad trackers, uses less battery, and it actually supposedly loads 8 times faster than most browsers. So, which is pretty cool. And they also have this thing with Brave. I haven't really used it. It's called Brave Rewards, where you like this. I mean, things like this. But slide that out. Like doing a Brave, like watching like videos or advertisements. You gain rewards and get prizes and that kind of thing. So yeah. Let me just see here. Obviously, I'm not logged into any of these. Yeah, well, okay, done. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for Brave. Yeah, it's definitely quick. It is very, very quick. And let's see, like, their little option up here. So you see, like, I have a balance. So I guess, like, they have a certain, like, this would be considered an NFT. So that I have earned 0.010 BAT. So, you'd almost look at that as like a crypto kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. If I were going to use any of them, I would use Kiwi first and then Brave. But Brave is really fast. That's really the biggest thing it has on Kiwi. That's really the only thing it has on Kiwi. Other than like the built-in ad blocker, the built-in playback in the background, and the experimental night mode. So yeah, with that, yeah, YouTube Vanced is, I mean, like I said, it's basically like when Microsoft said, "Hey, we are done supporting." No one forced them to, but said, "Hey, we're done supporting Windows 7." What was that? 20 January 2021. Like, we're done supporting it. There are no more updates for it. And then or was it 2020, something like that. And then now, slowly but surely, you've seen a lot of people slowly have just drifted away from 7 and or like kind of all into 10. I still see quite a few people using 7 just because of how fast and reliable it is. But, Microsoft itself is not, they're not adding any updates to it, and that's going to be like, like YouTube Vanced. It's just going to eventually just become a thing of the past. And, people, oh, yeah, I remember that, and that's it. And so, or somebody else might come out with something else. Maybe there already is something else out there. I'm sure there is somewhere. Someone has made something. So, but yeah, when you get a cease and desist letter from Google, yeah, you stop updating your app very quickly. So, but yeah, that's really it. So there's still operational. The Vanced app is the video app. So the music app's done. And the one thing I noticed for myself is I can't log in. I can't try and sign in another account. That was just for me. Hopefully, maybe you would have another a better chance than I did. But for whatever reason, I couldn't. Whatever account I was logged into with it, that's the only account I can use. So I can't log into any other Gmail account. So I don't know, like, if you don't have it and you install it, if you can log in or just watch videos and that's how it is. You can't save anything, but I don't know. That's just been my experience so far. But yeah, so they're really trying to push people to YouTube Premium, and yeah, they need a better, I don't know, there's got to be a better system than what they're doing now, because, or they should have like linked up with people from YouTube Vanced, and actually worked with them, to put in some of these really amazing but simple features. So yeah, other than that, like I said, goodbye, YouTube Vanced. You know, slowly over a period of time, goodbye. And yeah, so this is what we're left with now. So we are left with YouTube and YouTube Music. Both work, but they, you know, if you just say, if you haven't purchased anything within the apps, you know, then you can't turn off your phone to listen to it. You know, you're still going to see, you're still going to have ads that you can't skip. You're always going to have those 5-second ads all the time, you know, and so forth. Every couple songs, every couple videos, whatever it is. You know, it just is, it is what it is. It's really that simple. So, but the alternative, like Kiwi Browser, just in general, being able to install anything that installs on a Chrome browser on your desktop is phenomenal. So with Kiwi Browser, you are unlimited basically to do with what you please, and all of these are like open source, which is fantastic. So they're all 100% legitimate. They're not modified. They're just, you know, these wonderful individual people who have made some amazing applications. And you just have to do maybe, you know, like I said, a little bit more work to get what you had with YouTube Vanced. But yeah, that's really it. So those are your three browsers. So you want to go to youtube.com and Kiwi Browser, Brave Browser, or Bromite. And remember, Bromite is only for Android. The other two, Kiwi and Brave, are for everything, every system known to man. So I hope this helped. I think that's all I have. I tried to write down a couple things, but all right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.